Let's face it, it's easy to put any old logo on a shirt with today's merch technology, but do you really want to just put out any old merch for your brand? Putting out merch for your brand is a great way to monetize, but it requires a little bit more work than just slapping your emotes and logo on any old garment. Merch for your brand should evolve into something with passion and integrity and leave an emotional response with not only the people buying it, but the people seeing it. And on top of that, they should love the hell out of whatever they just bought or saw. Hopefully this video will expand your mind a little bit about the way you think about making the best merch for your brand. Hey guys, I'm Doodybeard. I'm a partner on Twitch. I stream all the time. Please click the link in my description and come say hey. Here's a clip with lots of context.
Thank you, family, and welcome to Dive-In's Drive. Welcome to my show. Oh man, the cheese, mozzarella cheese. Yeah.
So since I've started to dabble in the merch field as a streamer, I always wanted to release something way bigger than any old stream merch. I remember from when I was a teenager growing up around the local music scene, merch was everywhere and already evolving from dirty t-shirts to fashion statements as emo took over in the mainstream in the 90s and 2000s. Fast forward to now, some of my merch includes collaborations with Matt from I Set My Friends on Fire, and my current line is a second wave of merch with the likeness of Powder Toast Man from Ren and Stimpy, with permission from the creators Bob Camp and Michelle Fire. I've had merch that glows in the dark. I've had hem tags, custom Doodybeard hem tags sewn on the bottom of my merch. If you think about it, there's a lot of interesting connections here. So does this sound familiar to you? You perform 3, maybe 4 times a week, you give it your all every single night, you collaborate and work hard to make new content for your audience, and at the end of the performance, you just hope that they'll come back again? If you think I was talking about being a streamer, you're wrong. Well, you're half wrong. I was actually describing what it's like being in a local band, trying to hustle just like us internet content creators do. Now, why is this important? One thing that most bands from every era have in common is that they slowly bring up their brand with things like shirts and other printed merch. Since bands weren't as able to rely on the internet until MySpace really blew up, bands have had to hope that their local concert presence was enough to convince people to purchase something tangible from them. And leading up to today, they have been continuing to do so for a very long time. Now there's something important to consider here. How long have streamers had this much access to easy print-to-order merch websites? Not very long. And how long have some of these print-to-order websites been up and running? Also not very long. Now let's unpack this a little bit. Your favorite band was built up by out-of-pocket money and not very much of it. So what do bands have first as merch? Stickers, pins, patches, little things. That's no different from what you should be looking for in merch at first as well. Little things. It wasn't until these bands really got a small local following until they were able to afford a small batch of shirts to bring to shows to sell. It's important to not just throw out an entire line or store and overwhelm people with useless tangible things that print-to-order sites have on them. It's really better to build up the things in your store or things that you want to sell the same size of your brand. And if your first thought is, wait a minute, Doodybeard, all those merch sites have stickers and pins now, I don't have any money to throw down, I have hoodies there, I have pencil dresses there, I have pillows there, I have everything I need right there. I mean, that's great and all, but that's the wrong mentality for 2 main reasons. First of all, if you don't get into the habit of reinvesting into your brand soon, you may never invest in it at all, and eventually that's going to lead into much bigger problems. Number 2, when you commit to most print-to-order websites, you definitely sacrifice your own creativity. You're only limited to what the website has, which even the most detailed print-to-order merch website lacks some really innovative things. There's so much more to popping a random logo on a shirt when you have things like glow-in-the-dark ink, glitter ink, shiny ink, hem tags sewn on the bottom of a shirt. There's a lot. With a little bit of research, you'd be very surprised at the cool features that most print shops actually have. If too much money up front is an issue, most shirt companies will often let you order small batches if you just stick to a low amount of colors on a shirt, and that doesn't mean you have to sacrifice a lot. One of my best-selling shirts to this day is screen printed, glows in the dark, and only has 2 colors, the base color and a layer of glow-in-the-dark ink. If I wanted to order a small batch of those, because of the number of colors, I would have to order 24 shirts only. That's not a very large investment. The return value, though, is worth way more because the product I know will be in very high quality, and because of the very limited pressings that I put out for special edition stuff, I know that it's going to be grabbed very, very soon. And like I always say, if you are trying to promote your brand with merch, then that means you want your brand to grow. And if you want your brand to grow, you'll stop settling to be average. So what's all this for? The main reason to really think outside the box is because streamer merch is everywhere now. You see a lot of the same stuff everywhere. The best thing to do for merch designs is to put out a very strong, well thought out design. Release them slowly, say semi-annually or quarterly if you think you might sell a lot. And a lot means anywhere in the ballpark from 50 to 100 pieces, not 10 to 20 pieces. If one piece does sell well, you might want to make a cool variant of that design, like a cool different color or a different special edition of the item. Keep them in limited form, and as always, use lots of suspenseful build-up to pre-promote your items before launch. It's okay to think really big of yourself and to make a really ambitious design. An esportsy logo, or in most cases one of your emotes, isn't going to have an emotional response to someone seeing it who has never heard of you, and that is important. Your emote or even your internet username might not be relevant to non-content creators. What you really want as a gamer or an influencer is for someone who's never heard of you to see your merch item and to not only ask themselves, do I Google that person right now, but to actually take out their phone and do it right then and there. At the end of the day, if you need to use print-to-order merch, that's fine. It's there, and they're not all bad. In fact, I personally use Hovercat because the founder listens to me and goes above and beyond to try to get garments that aren't available, and sometimes he succeeds. Also, ever since they picked up cut-and-sew technology for all overprints, including joggers, I am able to finally push the limits as far as my imagination goes for putting merch, so you're about to see some crazy stuff. I hope this video was insightful. Please ask me any questions on my Twitch while I'm live. Down in the comments, please leave a like if you liked all the information that you took in. Please ask me anything. My Twitter DMs and my Discord DMs are always open, so I'm always open to talking about this stuff. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. Please like and comment. Don't forget to subscribe, and please follow me on Twitch. And also consider clicking on the links to the sponsors as well down below. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you.